Here we're going to do a little bit of hip work. So you're going to lie on your side. We're going to do a version of the clamshell exercise to work the deep external rotators underneath the glutes. So when I do this, I like to take my feet a little bit behind myself. So I'm lining my feet up with the back edge of the mat. And I'm making sure that my body is aligned so that I've got shoulder over shoulder and hip over hip. So I'm not rolled forward or rolled backwards. Then from here, I have a little bit of a resistance band around my thighs. You don't need this, but it gives you a little bit of extra work if you want it. So here, I'm going to take my leg bone, I'm going to rotate it externally inside of the hip joint. That's going to wrap my thigh bone kind of backwards toward my glute, and then release. So we're going to rotate, release. It's important when you do this to keep your hips stacked so that this top hip does not get pulled backwards when you do this. It's also important to keep your abdominals pulled in so that you're not leveraging from your low back. So we're going to do about 10 of these. And we're going to finish just this one more. And then we'll sit up and do the other side. So legs are just going to swing over. I'm going to set myself up so that my feet are at the back edge of the mat. I'm lying myself down here. I'm stacking hip over hip, shoulder over shoulder. Belly pulls in. And I'm going to rotate that top leg inside of the hip socket and then release it down. So we're really taking the head of the femur, which is kind of this rounded shape, right? And we're turning it inside the cup of our hip joint. I'll just do a couple more like this. And last one. I wasn't really counting on that one, but it's going to be about 10 or so on each side. Then we're going to get our BOSU out. Now you can keep your band on for this first part. We're going to put our feet on the very top of the dome. You're going to lie close to it. We're going to do a little bridging. So on an exhale, press your arms down into the mat, press equally into each leg, lift your pelvis up, drawing your abdominals in, trying to keep the rib cage soft in the front. So what we don't want is this. Okay, and then we lower the hips down. Pressing up and lower down. Nice, easy chest. So the chest is not pushing, the ribs are not pushing. Really the back of the pelvis, which is going to be glutes and some hamstrings, are lifting us up into this hip extension bridge. And lower down. You want to do about 10, which I don't think I've done quite 10, but we're going to move on just for time's sake. We're going to slip the band off of the feet and place it to the side. Then we're going to go into a shoulder bridge prep. So we're going to lift up again, belly pulls in, try to keep the hips as level as possible. Standing strong on our left leg, we're going to pick the right leg up into tabletop, step it down, and then we switch and step it down. Now you could do this without a BOSU. You could do this bridge series without the BOSU, but I like the BOSU because it helps work on stabilization. I'll just do one more each side. And then, if you'd like to advance it, you go to the full shoulder bridge, which is right leg comes up, extending the leg toward the ceiling. You're going to try to keep the hips level as you press your leg forward, flex the foot, bring it back up. So this takes a lot more strength and stability. I'll just do 3. And then I'm going to lower down. And then we'll do the other side. Standing strong on the right leg, left leg goes up. Trying to keep the hips as level as possible. Press down, pick up. Press down, pick it up. And last one, down and back up. And draw the leg down, lower everything. And there you go. There's your mini hip workout.